Before we start off with today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my friends over at So Avant-Garde. So Avant-Garde is a place where you can go and you can explore a wide range of niche perfumery. So much variety. They have discovery sets, they have samples. They have a lot to offer for those looking to elevate their collection, those who are curious about other things, of other qualities, of other brands in perfumery. All right, so save yourself some money. Use my code DEDRICK10. DEDRICK10 gets you 10% off on anything on So Avant-Garde. All right, so I know a lot of people are really in love with the brand of Mind Games as well. So I got something for you too. You want to head over to Mind Games and do some discovery, do some searching, do some looking, save yourself some money by using Dedrick10 as well over at mindgames.com. All right, so head over there, see what you like, see what you're interested in. I recommend sampling. All right, and then you can get your good feel if you want to make a purchase from So Avant-Garde or mindgames.com. All right, so y'all check it out. Let me know what you guys get into, what you guys like. Let me know down below in the comments, man. And happy exploring for sure. All right, let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what's going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy. One more time. Why did I do YouTube? Like, why did I do that at the beginning of the video? Take one. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what's going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy. One more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here in this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right. So, probably my most favorite holiday, and probably a lot of you watching's favorite holiday, it's Christmas. All right, the holiday season in general. All right, but Christmas at the recording of this video is fastly approaching, and I love doing the recommendations or more of a telltale what I'm considering wearing on Christmas Day. So me and my family, we get together as most do, and we just have a good time. We eat some good food, we laugh, we watch sports, we play Uno. We just kind of vibe out, enjoy each other's time. Watch the kids have a great time, with their Christmas gifts and things like that, man. So Christmas is a joyous time, my favorite time of the year. And these fragrances, I've already been thinking about what I'm going to wear on Christmas Day. So most likely we'll probably be going over to my sister's for brunch and just hanging out. And of course, want to be smelling good, want to be smelling nice, and something to kind of highlight the day. All right, so these are the 10 fragrances that I am considering wearing on Christmas Day, but also play as recommendations for those of you who may have these or may put you in the mindset of some fragrances that you have. DNAs are so similar these days. Maybe one of these can inspire you to want to wear this particular fragrance on Christmas Day 2024. Without further ado, let's go ahead and tap in. Up first, what I'm considering, one of the very best vanilla-based fragrances, spicy, smoky, incensey vanilla fragrance, very popular in the community from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. We're talking Baby Cat. I feel like Baby Cat would definitely highlight Christmas Day. Smoky, spicy, beautiful vanilla here. One of the best ones I've ever come across, for sure. And there's a lot of great vanillas out there, but there's just something about how this is represented. And it's really the spice and the smoke that I get from this fragrance for sure. So, like I said, very popular in the community, but on Christmas Day for sure, wearing a couple sprays of this, going out. Hopefully it's, I'm in the South down here in Jacksonville, so hopefully it's cool enough to pull this off, or cold enough to pull this off. That's what we're hoping for. We always, most of us down here in the South, at least give us a cold Christmas. That's a conversation each and every year. And this one is going to do great, whether I'm wearing it or you're wearing it on Christmas Day. From the house of Yves Saint Laurent, we have YSL's Baby Cat. Baby cat, very popular in the community. All right. Up next, a underrated, fantastic fragrance from this house that just doesn't get the love that it should. I personally love this stuff. One of the very best coffee fragrances that I've ever got my nose on from the house of Mind Games. We're talking Grandmaster. Grandmaster. A unique play on rose and coffee. And it's incredible. I just want to get this in the air. It's incredible, man. And it's like this very high level coffee from a coffee shop. Not when you Keurig it or put it in a regular coffee pot. No, I'm talking about they're churning it up. They're draining the grains through. You know what I mean? They're real fancy coffee shops. That's what it smells like. And how do I know it smells like that? Because I've been to a high level coffee shop, and the smell is different. The quality is different. The experience is different, and that's what you're getting here. The rose here really plays, gives us like a slight jammy, slight powdery effect to the gourmand aspects of the coffee, and it is great. It is great. So many different things going on with this fragrance, but I like to call it a gourmand floral. That's what it is. And Mind Games, they just don't miss. And this is just another one to consider, and one I'll be considering on wearing on Christmas Day. Something different, a different type of vibe. Rose and coffee, you don't get that every single day. But the quality is what I'm most attracted to the most, because this is absurd quality from the house of Mind Games. Definitely considering this for Christmas Day 2024. We're talking Grandmaster. Grandmaster from the house of Mind Games. All right, up next, I fell in love with this fragrance at first sniff. As a matter of fact, I purchased this fragrance retail, full retail. I was at my local dealers. It had just came out. I think it was like the top of 2023. I smelled it. I bought it right then, wore it the next day. I still appreciate this fragrance. They do have an extreme flanker that is out, but I may get it at some point in time. But this one is still holding me down. From the house of Givenchy. We have Givenchy Society. Givenchy Society. Now this here is cardamom and woods and vanilla. They say there's no iris in here, but I smell iris, more leaning towards like that, slightly earthy while blended in with that makeup baggy type of iris vibe. I get that to my nose. This stuff is really good. This is one of the designers of the year for me back last year. But Givenchy, they do great at everything. There's not a Givenchy fragrance that I have that I don't really enjoy, but this one is up the list for sure, and really, really good. Something to definitely consider wearing on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, holiday festivities. Kind of has a holiday feel to it, especially with that vanilla and that cardamom, and just a great job that those two notes do here. From the house of Givenchy. We have Givenchy Society. The Extreme is really, really good. I know some of y'all in the comments are going to be, but the Extreme, bro. Yes, Extreme, bro. The Extreme is great, bro. It is great as well. Up next, I kind of hate to do this, but this is definitely, telling the truth, this is one I'm going to consider. It's very popular in the community. There's, great positive conversations. This one is a lot of people's favorite from the line, but this just smells like Christmas and smells like the holiday. From the house of Paco Rabanne, we have 1 million Privé. The now discontinued 1 million Privé. This is very hard to get a spray of that in the air as well too. You get cinnamon and apple. This warmth from this vanilla ambery type of sweetness here. But it smells like a warm piece of apple pie. That's what it smells like. Very sweet, attractive, sexy style of a scent. And this smells like Christmas. This smells like the holidays. That's what this smells like. Embodies the vibes, at least where I am, of the holiday season. But although this is discontinued, they do have some really great clones out there of this fragrance. I've seen all the conversations. These bottles are high as hell on eBay and other areas, but this is a video where I am letting you guys know what I'm, thinking about wearing. And also a recommendation for those who are not concerned about price. Is it worth the price? No. I see this bottle go for like $300-400. Don't pay that. All right. They have some really impressive takes on some inspired vibes of this fragrance. So tap into that. But there's nothing like the original. Definitely consider wearing this on Christmas Day from the house of Paco Rabanne, now known as Rabanne. We have 1 million Privé. 1 million Privé, probably the best looking bottle. I like that shade of brown and that gold combo there. It's really, really good. Up next from the house of Imperial Armani, we have Strong With You. Absolutely. One of my favorite fragrances, period. Boozy, sweet. This nutty texture to it from the chestnut. God, it's just great. It has a heaviness to it, a depth to it. Man, this is awesome, man. On Christmas Day, who wouldn't want to smell like this? I love what the chestnut does in this fragrance, man. It really provides this very warm, gourmand, nutty texture. Oh, it's fantastic. It's just fantastic. And of course, I'm going to heavily consider wearing this for Christmas 2024. At one point in time, this is really, really hard to get. There's some rumors that this could be discontinued as well because there's a new parfum flanker coming out. So, man, if it is, do I need to get a second bottle? I don't. I don't, but I have way more than enough, I feel. But I do love this DNA. And if it is being discontinued, I'm going to have to consider getting a backup bottle just in case because I love this stuff that much. From the house of Imperial Armani, Giorgio Armani, Imperial Armani. Combination here, combination. You got Strong With You, absolutely. At one point in time, this was really hard to get, and I lucked up and got me a bottle, and I'm very, very happy to have it. Up next, by far, the very best in the line, by far. The very best in the line. It's not even close. The EDP and the Parfum, it's not close. From the house of Ralph Lauren, we have Ralph's Club Elixir. Ralph's Club Elixir. Man, leather, iris, cardamom, fresh lavender. Get that in the air too. 2 sprays because I love it. It's so good. There's a dryness here, like a slightly earthy texture to it. Mix it in with that sweet and spicy texture, the freshness, the leather, the iris. This is great. This is great. And I must, if there's like a top 5 of what I will be wearing or what I'm considering wearing on Christmas Day, this is in it. This is in it. This stuff is fire, man. It's one of the top designers in all of my collection. This stuff is fire, man. I love this stuff and definitely going to be really considering wearing this on Christmas Day. Because it's just for me and what I look for and what I'm into. It's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. This is definitely me in the bottle, especially when I'm trying to capture a certain type of vibe. This has it. From the house of Ralph Lauren, we have Ralph's Club Elixir. Boy, is this good. It is really good stuff for sure. All right. Up next, a recent release that's been getting a lot of love, and I just love it. Another beautiful take on vanilla with rose and some oud. This stuff is special. And my wife just recently placed this in my top 10, the most sexiest fragrances in my collection. Her top 10 for me. This just made the list. From the house of Day 3 Fragrances, we're talking Aylin. Talking Aylin. Like I said, beautiful, smooth vanilla, rose, oud, cashmere, and it's so great. It's so great. Job well done by Michael Paul and his team. And this is a very voluptuous vanilla. Hey, a voluptuous vanilla, a beautiful tamed rose. The oud in here is not out of pocket, not out of place. It's very, very good. And I don't know if this is readily available now. I know it was a Scent Explorer exclusive, but I do know that Mike is going to be having this in the collection. So get you a sample if they're available. If you're going to be a blind buy warrior, this won't be a bad one to blind buy, even though I don't recommend blind buying. But if you love vanilla, this is something that you're going to gravitate towards because it is awesome, and definitely going to be recommending, definitely going to be considered wearing this on Christmas Day, like for sure. Especially, you know, me and my wife are going to be around each other, and you know, might have some ulterior motives for later on on Christmas by wearing this, because she loves this stuff and I do too. From the house of Day 3, we're talking Aylin. Aylin from Day 3. Great Christmas Day recommendation for sure. Up next, man, this is another sleeper. Not a lot of people talk about this fragrance or the house. From the house of, I believe, the Merchant of Venus, which I think it's Vanega. I know I'm butchering this. Yeah, Vangia. There it is. Vangia 21, maybe. Vangia 21. I always butcher the name. I love this bottle. Look how dope that is. I always butcher the name, man, but this stuff is great. Saffron, vanilla, oud, sweet and spicy. God, it's so good. I can smell it coming straight off the atomizer, man. But this is a underrated fragrance for those who are looking for something different from a different house. So when you hear the notes of saffron, vanilla, and ouds and things like that, you kind of think, you know, hey, I kind of got an idea what this smells like. Nah, the cardamom really shines here with the saffron. Really gives it a different type of play. You know, different type of play of that style of a fragrance. What I'm trying to say there. So very elegant, very classy, very sexy, seductive. Ladies, this is something that you may want to tap into as well. It's not that expensive on discounters. I know Max Aroma has a great deal running on it where this is probably almost at $100 or a little less. This is a niche fragrance. I think retail is a little $220-ish or something like that, but you can find it for a really great price, especially if you're into that style of a DNA. I love this stuff. It's really, really good, and definitely going to be considering wearing this on Christmas Day 2024. From the house of the Merchant of Venus, we have Vangia 21. Someone in the comments going to let me know that I am butchering the hell out of this, but it's really dope, man. And it's another, like I said, if I had a top 3 to consider to wear on Christmas Day, that would be in it. Ralph's Club Elixir would be in it, and this one. And this one. I wore this on Christmas Day a couple of years ago, and I still remember my mom saying, "Ooh, okay, you smelling good, son. What's that?" I still remember her saying that a couple of years back. It was my first time wearing it, so I've had this bottle for a couple of years. From the house of Bulgari, we have Bulgari Man in Black. Bulgari Man in Black, such a beautiful iris, leathery, boozy style of a scent, man, for a grown man who is well put together, knows how to dress, well groomed. So if you are, you know, going over to your lady's house maybe for the first time, and you meet the parents and the family, and you want to, you know, show yourself of, you know, who you are, here you go. Here you go. Even if you're going on, like, you know, I know the movies is a big deal on Christmas. If you're going to the movies on Christmas and it's like a first date, or, you know, maybe second or third date, you're trying to make an impression, here you go. This is a grown man scent, sexy scent, smells like money. And on Christmas Day, colder weather, layer down, you know, in your best clothing, this is definitely something that I'm going to consider, and I know a lot of you are as well on Christmas Day. But this is a really good one, man. From the house of Bulgari, we have Bulgari's Man in Black. I know there's conversations of the performance of this. I don't really get into that. I wear it, you know, on dates, and, you know, wherever I'm going to be, it's going to be more than enough. All right, so I keep that in mind. You know, some of you complain about performance, maybe y'all should too. All right, and last but not least, I love this stuff. I think it has the perfect Christmas time vibe, holiday vibe, coffee, leather, vanilla. But the leather and the coffee really do their thing as this fragrance really starts to dry down. But I love everything about it. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, we have Uomo Signature. Uomo Signature, again, leather, vanilla, woods. It's just great. Another one I want to get in the air. I wore this a few weeks back. Oh, it's just so good. It's like the leather is a sweet leather. Almost reminds you of the leather in ombre leather from Tom Ford. But but this has a little bit more of a different path with the coffee and the vanilla. But this stuff is fantastic. My bottle, I get great performance. I do have a backup bottle on deck, but this is my original bottle, and I get great performance out of this thing. Projects, almost, it's what I call like casual leather, maybe like a casual leather. Not saying that you couldn't dress it down, dress it up, dress it down. That's casual. You can dress it down, but you don't have to dress. This is not a dress up leather. Not a dress up leather. It can be. I think you can wear this anytime, any place, anywhere, any time of year. And this stuff is fire. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. Definitely consider wearing this on Christmas Day. We're talking Uomo. Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, signature Uomo for sure. Really, really, really good stuff. All right. So there you have it, Smell Good family. Those are the 10 fragrances that I am going to be considering wearing on Christmas Day. And you know, I know a lot of you guys have some great options out there for Christmas Day, so I want to know down below in the comments, what would you guys be considering? Is it any of these, or do you have a set of 10 or 5 or 4 or 3 or even 1 fragrance that you're going to be wearing on Christmas Day? Would love to hear about it. All right, so appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the love. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year, all of those things. Positive energy, positive vibes, pushing it towards you guys for sure. And as always, splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. Remember, positive energy and positive vibes. And what you put out to this world is what you are going to get back. That's for sure, man. All right? Merry Christmas. Peace, y'all. Splacker.